whatever. We're gonna skip that cutscene. This is CSI New York. I haven't played this game before. All I did was just type my name in. This is obviously a game based on the hit TV show, CSI New York. So we're gonna do a live review, let's play sort of thing, and see if this game's any good or not. Let's do it. Alright, I can't wait. I can't wait to be a detective and solve crimes. Select episode 1 to begin your investigation as Detective Mac Taylor. Okay, let's do it. I know who ate the apple. It was the rat. Case closed. Oh, shit! Tell my wife I have too many tattoos. Won't get fooled again. No, we're gonna skip this. No. Yeah, we saw that before. So,
Oof, Mac, I'm glad you're here. It's a messy scene with a lot going on, but I'll let you draw your own conclusions after you look around a bit.
Alright, thanks, generic policeman. So how do I look around? Maybe I just close this here? Photos of potential evidence will slowly come into focus on the bottom of the screen. Click on those items when you find them in the scene. Relevant evidence you collect will remain in your inventory. So wait, photos of potential evidence will appear here slowly, and all I have to do is find it in this. So basically this game does the detective work for me? Well, okay, let's see here. What is the first thing I need to check out in the crime scene? Maybe it's the garbage can. Oh, I know! Perhaps the dead corpse! Take photographs by clicking on identifying characteristics of the victim. Okay.
Better take photos of everything unusual before they clean up this mess.
Okay, what's unusual here? I guess his hair. They didn't have flat tops in ancient Rome! I don't know, I guess his, sweatpants, like, you don't go jogging shirtless if you have that many tattoos. I don't know. Okay, it's weird that his hands are covered in blood. I think what happened was he was doing some sick sexual role-playing. He was pretending to be a cat, and he was scratching at a guy in a gimp suit. And the guy in the gimp suit, he drew blood from the scratching. He pushed this guy out the window. This case is closed. Yeah! Won't get fooled again! Where do I go to file this case under closed? Where do I click? Alright, I guess let's take a photo. Why not? This is all unnecessary because I already know what happened, as I've stated. But let's take the photo of the hand, photo of his face. Gorgeous. Photo of his crotch. No, not his crotch. Photo of this. Nope. So wait a minute. I could take as many photos as I want, right? So I could just click all around the screen until I hit it. Look, I can literally click everywhere. There's no limit to how many photos I can take. Alright, let's see a hint. Use the camera and click on the victim's face, tattoos, and fingertips. Well, I clicked on his tattoos.
Something for your photo album?
Yeah. I mean, I clicked on his tattoos before. I guess I clicked on the wrong
We'll need all the king's men on this Humpty Dumpty.
We'll need all the king's men on this? What is that? Whatever. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Solved crime. Alright. Ah, yes. The trash can! I knew it! It was the trash can with a chainsaw in the study. This murder is solved. Okay, I don't know what I just picked up. The peace sign. It was a gang of roaming hippies. Of course. A pretzel. This pretzel has to have something to do with a murder. Like, what the fuck? A rubber fucking ducky. Really? A rubber ducky? I need to pick up a rubber ducky. Alright. Okay. Really, I needed that. I needed to pick up... Alright, let's go for a hint. I don't know. We're just picking up trash off the street. It has nothing to do with the murder. Was his murderer a 3-year-old child that dropped his rubber ducky? If not, I see no point in picking up a fucking rubber ducky. Is this the work of the rubber ducky assassin? The great serial killer of the 2000s? The new son of Sam? So apparently the killer is such an awful murderer, he literally leaves it... Like, how dumb do you have to be to leave a bracelet at a murder scene? Like, the killer would literally have to kill a person, then take off his bracelet and leave it next to the body. Why doesn't the killer just snap a photo of him, like, laying on the body and post it on Instagram? Fuck! Come on! You're making this too easy, game. The hint button must be fully charged before it can be used. It is fully charged. Fuck off. Okay. Ah, yes. A spoon. Of course. The killer was having soup during the murder. Makes perfect sense. I mean, I feel like we have enough now to make a case against the rubber ducky serial killer. I mean, literally, I don't see any problem with just clicking on everything until I have all the clues. You know, it's like, at least there should be some kind of thing where you can only pick up 5 items on the screen, and if you pick up more, it's game over or something. So this is, I guess, a mini-game where I have to draw an outline around the blood, and this, I guess, gets the blood. Although, in reality... all you would have to do is just, like, swab the blood. Why do you need to go around the perimeter of the blood to swab? It makes no sense. It's just tedious, like, busy work. Because this isn't what it would be like to swab some blood from a crime scene in real life. You would just dip it in the blood. I mean, you can swab around it, but you don't need to go around the circumference of the blood. Why am I doing this? I'm skipping this bullshit. There, sample collected. I don't have time for this, Gary Sinise. I don't have time for this. Don't you understand? My time is precious here. Alright, I'm not gonna, like... I skipped a bunch of me picking up random crap. Like, I clicked a bunch of random stuff. Because we don't need to do this. We don't need to see the entire thing in this video. It's just clicking a bunch of crap that's on the screen.
You were right about the mess. What do you make of it?
It was the potted plant that killed him. The plants are fighting back.
Lethal dose of gravity meets pavement. Don't know quite what to make of the guy in his PJs. Considering the mess, it was obviously quite a fall, but this guy's missing the MO of a jumper.
So the guy fell off a building, so us picking up all the completely unnecessary things, like the rubber ducky, a peace sign on the wall somewhere, and the potted plant, that was all for naught. That had nothing to do with this murder. It was all like on ground level, and the guy jumped off somewhere. There's no point to any of this. Again, just clicking...
Might be pretty important to look at.
I'm not solving anything.
The distinctive logo might mean something.
Yeah, it might. But I'm not solving anything here. I'm just... like, this is how I do it. I click this, and I drag it over here.
I don't know what to make of it either. It's some sort of ultralight fabric.
It's just like kind of a semi-interactive story. I don't feel like I'm being a detective at all. I'm not solving shit. I mean, in the beginning, I literally had to pick up everything in the crime scene. Most of it had nothing to do with the crime scene whatsoever. It's like the worst case of click everything until it works. This game is basically like when your, like, DVD player doesn't work. You just hit it a bunch of times until it finally works, or doesn't. Okay, so that's solved now. I drag the picture over, and we move on to the next sequence. So what can you tell me about this naked man? What do you think about his abs? He's in pretty good shape. Maybe a little too good a shape. Think about that.
If there's a point to showing me that, let me know. Otherwise, it's bringing back my lunch. Take a look at the pads of his fingers. See how they're torn? We call skin tears like that.
In that case, might be a window somewhere up there with blood stains, matching those skin tears.
It really is ridiculous. I just click on everything possible, and then the story progresses with or without me.
The problem is, you'll have to...
I don't have time for doing basic math, so I'm skipping this little thing. I did it. Yay.
Obviously a big basketball fan.
Perhaps too big a basketball fan. I'm gonna need to question this man because he just might be the basketball serial killer.
Hey, you can't just barge in here.
You don't understand. I'm Gary Sinise. I can do whatever I want. Again, the same thing. I'm talking to someone trying to get further with the story. There's no thinking involved. It literally shows me what I need to focus on in the conversation. I click it.
Oh,
It
you
doesn't
must
matter
have
what he
that
said. Look,
detective
we don't need to see that. It doesn't matter. We click this
Yeah,
stuff.
said his name was
We
Flack.
skip it. We click this stuff.
Sheer size.
We skip it.
Proverbial needle in a haystack.
And the story
Yeah,
continues.
our only saving
That's
grace is
all.
that we have cameras
don't
all
need.
over this
We
thing.
literally
We
don't
have a
need to
system
follow
that
the
helps
story.
us organize it
That's
all.
how
I use it
completely
to watch
idiotic
everything
this
that goes on
game
here.
is. It's ridiculous. And what now?
Oh, yeah.
We drag
Homeland
shit to
Security
him.
gave us some sort of facial
Click
recall
OK.
software.
Next.
Your computer.
Exactly.
Next.
You
Next.
just-
No, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he's saying. It doesn't matter. The game does all the thinking for us. All we have to do is the manual work of dragging things to the guy
Oh,
and then play
why-
some mini games once in a while. This is the dumbest detective concept for a detective game I've ever seen in my life. There is zero detective work. It's an interactive story with some mini games. I mean, for a game called CSI New York, not to have any actual detective work is ridiculous. Let's see that again. We go here, and then we click on the things we already took pictures of. So, his hands, click on that, blah, blah, blah. Click the picture again, his face.
What I'm about to show you is pretty...
Skip,
Whoa.
skip, doesn't matter. The skin color, kind of darker, so it's like that. But these eyes are blue. We need kind of brown eyes. He's my brown-eyed victim. So a minigame that would actually be kind of fun is tedious because you have to be exactly right, like with everything. There's like, I guess, an exact perfect match. And I mean, that's close enough. You know, it's never going to be like this. So that's CSI New York, the game. A bunch of crappy minigames that are just like little throwaway flash games. And then a stupid little story that you barely do anything in. Scratch that. You don't do anything in. You just drag a bunch of things and click a bunch of things without even thinking. So in terms of being a good detective game, this is not. In terms of being a hidden object game, it's not either. Because there's no way you can fail. You just click everything. I don't see a timer anywhere. You click everything until everything is collected. The only feasible place you will have problems in this game is the minigames. For example, this minigame, I have to get the face down perfectly or else it won't let me progress. But really, it's just tedious busy work because the way I can do this is click every single possible option until it fits perfectly. There's no timer here either. I keep clicking it until I get it. It's stupid. A monkey can be a detective in this game, so I don't quite like this. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.